It's cold-blooded. Basically, he was doing it because he was getting kicks out of it. He was bored.
Tonight, a straight-A student stands accused of a senseless murder at a local sub shop. 22 years after his plane was shot down, the remains of a Michigan man are identified. And we remember a Hollywood legend whose career spanned 5 decades. Shocking new details tonight about a Troy teenager who may have been a serial killer in the making. Good evening, everyone. I'm Diana Lewis.
And I'm Guy Gordon. Investigators now say Ming Chan Ho pulled the trigger in 2 attacks for kicks, and he kept a scrapbook of the aftermath.
Prosecutors tonight are calling 17-year-old Ming Chan Ho a thrill killer who was going to strike again after bloody attacks at a Subway restaurant and a mobile gas station. The savage portrait of a high school honor student with no history of violence has many baffled. The teenager's parents say it's impossible, but prosecutors say the motive is sick and simple. Ming Chan Ho was out for kicks, trying to beat boredom with bullets and death. Channel 7's Mike Huckman has the latest in this live action camera report from Troy. Mike?
And Diana, if what the prosecutor is telling us tonight is true, women who work in this area, especially at night and alone, just don't realize how much safer they are. 17-year-old Ming Chan Ho is being held here at the Troy Police Department. Tomorrow morning, prosecutors will be drawing up warrants against him, and they hope to arraign him around noon for heinous crimes that the Troy police say they were able to solve with the help of confidential informants and an $11,000 reward.
Acting on tips from confidential informants, Troy police tailed 17-year-old Ming Chan Ho for 2.5 days. After watching him throw this gun into the Detroit River, which was later retrieved by divers, they arrested him. And Oakland County Prosecutor Richard Thompson says, not a moment too soon.
These incidents were basically due to his boredom. They were basically thrill killings, you might say, and information that we have indicated that he was going to continue to do that. So it was very, very important and very significant that the Troy Police Department spend all this time in capturing this individual. Had they not, we probably would have seen more killings.
Thompson says Ho will be charged with the murder of 19-year-old Angela Garcia at the Subway sandwich shop at 16 Mile and DeQuinder Tuesday night, and with the robbery and shooting of a clerk at a nearby mobile station 2 weeks earlier. State crime lab tests confirmed the recovered gun was used in both crimes. And while executing a search warrant, police found newspaper clippings from both crimes in Ho's drawer.
He had no remorseful feelings about what was happening, and he was going to do it again.
So he was freely talking about
Yes.
what?
Yes, absolutely. With his friends, he was freely talking about it, and he was basically joking about it.
Ho's relatives who are in the restaurant business say he is a straight-A student at Troy High, a conscientious son and employee. Tonight, they told us he used to work at a Chinese restaurant just a few doors down from the Subway shop. The boy and his family are natives of Vietnam.
I cannot believe it. He never do something bad like this before.
I can't believe it. I know he not do anything like that. Maybe somebody mistake, something like that.
That they made a mistake?
Yeah.
And because of the language barrier and because Ho's father is reportedly mentally disabled, I'm not sure just how well he comprehends the trouble that his son is in tonight. His aunt, though, says she is sure that they've got the wrong guy because she claims that it was her nephew that originally told her and his mother that that mobile station was being robbed. He told them that he'd driven by and saw the police there. Perhaps it's his alibi, or perhaps it's the alleged gunman returning to the scene of the crime. Reporting live from Troy, Mike Huckman, Channel 7 Action News. Diana, back to you.
Thank you very much, Mike. While Ming Chan Ho's arrest provides some answers for the family of his alleged victim tonight, Angela Garcia's parents say it cannot ease the pain or bring their daughter back.
I don't know what to do. I mean, you know, we always just plan a vacation every year, just her and me. It was just our special time. She wanted to help pay for it, and I can't take her.
While Wendy Costi remembers the annual trip she took with her 19-year-old daughter, Angela Garcia's father says he'll mourn the loss of his girl forever, and for now, he's just glad her alleged killer is off the streets.
It's not going to bring her back, and what makes me relieved is that I know he's not going to hurt nobody else. And that's a big point of it. He can't hurt nobody else.
Funeral services for Angela Garcia are being held tomorrow morning in Sterling Heights, followed by a burial in Berkeley's Roseland Park Cemetery. Guy?
20 years of wandering finally over tonight for 13 families whose sons never came marching home from Vietnam. They were listed as missing in action, presumed dead, but nobody really knew for sure until now. The Air Force tonight has finally identified their remains, and a serviceman from Detroit is among them. Captain Robert Wilson and most of the others were on a transport plane shot down over Vietnam during the war's final days in 1972. 2 long decades later, the families can finally put their wondering and their loved ones to rest. More on the story now from Channel 7's Frank Turner.
The wounds from the Vietnam War for many, even more than 20 years later, are still fresh. And few would dispute that some of the deepest wounds are in the hearts of loved ones who never had the chance to say goodbye, to know finally and certainly that their soldier is dead, and how and when it happened. That's why the Air Force's most recent revelation that the remains of 13 servicemen, one of them a Michigan native, have been identified is so important. Marty Eddy is on the Prisoner of War Committee of Michigan.
This particular case, is certainly very valuable for the families of the men who were identified, including Robert Wilson's family. But there are still a significant number of people who are missing. There are over 2,200 who are missing.
But for the families of the 13, including the family of Captain Robert A. Wilson of Detroit, there can now be peace. The plane carrying Wilson and 11 of the others was shot down just before midnight, June 18, 1972. On an armed reconnaissance mission over the Ao Shan Valley in Vietnam, only 3 aboard escaped with their lives. News of the identification and the efforts behind it drew mixed reaction from veterans tonight.
All these years, people have been suffering. Like, is that my dad? Is that my son? Is that my mother? These families now, they can put it to rest.
Must do that for the families, but it doesn't do much for me, frankly.
Some, however, feel the war, after taking too many lives, now consumes too much of our time when we should let it rest.
This war ended 25 years ago, and how long can we go around looking for bones?
Efforts to find the Wilson family haven't been successful yet, but we expect to find a family grateful to have a painful chapter in their lives finally closed. In the newsroom, I'm Frank Turner, Channel 7 Action News, reporting.
State and federal health officials tonight are warning of possible danger in your refrigerator. The products in question are Yoder's regular and mustard potato salad. They have been pulled off hundreds of store shelves in Michigan because of possible bacterial contamination. If you have any Yoder's potato salad, you are advised to throw it out as a precaution. The bacteria can cause flu-like symptoms. A Detroit family is grieving tonight. A 1-month-old baby girl was accidentally smothered by her older brother. But questions about the accident by the media led to threats and police action. A home on Joseph Campo was raided after the media was threatened at gunpoint and told to leave the neighborhood where the baby died. 2 men were taken into custody, but they were not charged. The baby was rushed to Children's Hospital by her frantic mother this morning. The infant's 1-year-old brother apparently rolled on top of her. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow. Guy?
The lead lawyer in the O.J. Simpson case was apparently ready to call it quits at one point. Robert Shapiro threatened to resign because the Hall of Fame football player was saying much too much during a closed session with the judge in the case.
Bob, were you really serious about resigning if O.J. Simpson didn't resume silence?
No, I just wanted to get his attention.
And he apparently did. Simpson was speaking to Judge Lance Ito on Wednesday about whether he could get a fair trial. And according to transcripts released today, Simpson told the judge, quote, "I want to get it over with as soon as I can. I have 2 young kids out there. That's my only concern, and I didn't do it," end quote. And then Simpson brought up the police chase the day of his arrest, saying, quote, "I admit I was not in the right frame of mind at the time. I was trying to get to my wife." That's when Shapiro stepped in, but Simpson went on to say, quote, "I was heading home." Finally, Shapiro told him, "Look, Mr. Simpson, I'm telling you that I will not allow you to speak, and I will resign as your lawyer if you continue to do so." Well, he was a big man and an even bigger star. Family, friends, and a lot of fans tonight are mourning the death of legendary actor Burt Lancaster.
Okay, Fatso. If it's killing you want, come on.
Nobody ever kissed me the way you do.
Nobody?
No, nobody.
That shows you his versatility. He could be rough and tumble or romantic and humble. Lancaster brought a wide range of characters to life on the big screen in a career that spanned nearly half a century. His credits include 70 films and 4 Academy Award nominations. He won for Best Actor back in 1960. Fans are paying tribute in L.A. tonight, where Lancaster's name is immortalized on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He was partially paralyzed by a stroke back in 1990, but it was a heart attack that's the apparent cause of death. His wife says he went peacefully. Burt Lancaster was 80 years old. Makes you want to go out and rent one of his films,
Yeah,
doesn't
one
it?
of the greats.
A lot of classics there.
Yeah. There's much more to come tonight on The Update. Next, a woman gets a new lease on life in the first operation of its kind performed at a Detroit hospital. Also, Coleman Young makes a rare public appearance in Detroit tonight. We'll have the story.
Plus, the latest on the fire and the flooding in Texas tonight. All that and more when The Update continues.
Chili's has discovered how to make an onion blossom. Remember, we are professionals. Don't try this at home. Chili's Awesome Blossom, a huge onion battered flower-looking appetizer thing at Chili's.
Now get up to $2,750 cash back. Not just on any cars, but on brand new 94 Pontiacs. What a great way to close out Pontiac's record-breaking model year with some of the biggest cash back offers of the year on Grand Prix, Sunbirds, Grand Ams, Transports, and on luxurious Bonables. Up to $2,750 cash back. Hurry, selection is limited. See Jim Causley, Red Holman, or Bob Sellers Pontiac.
Well, the good news is you and Mark own the busiest towing service in the county.
So what's the bad news?
Someone's on the phone at your garage. I can't get through.
Great. We're stuck.
What's going on?
So if it's happening to us, what's happening to our customers?
Look, why don't we just call another garage, okay?
That's what's happening. They're calling somebody else.
There are a lot of healthcare companies in southeast Michigan. You know their names. You may think a lot of them are alike, but look up close and you'll see one stands out from the rest. Not only is SelectCare's HMO one of 2 in southeast Michigan, fully accredited by the NCQA, only SelectCare's PPO is ranked #1 in member satisfaction by the NRC. Only SelectCare.
I wasn't scared at all. I knew that my prayers, everybody's prayers were with me, and I wasn't scared at all.
And those prayers were answered. 57-year-old Jackie Brooks is breathing much easier tonight. She's the first patient to undergo a lung transplant at Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit. She suffers from a rare form of genetic emphysema. Before the operation, she had to be on oxygen 24 hours a day. But since that transplant yesterday, doctors say her lung capacity has tripled, and she's no longer on a respirator. Jackie is very grateful to the family of the organ donor whose death gives her a new lease on life.
I thank them 100 times, a million times over. And I know that it wouldn't have happened if God hadn't been with me, and this was his will. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. And the family, I'd love to know who they are so that, I can thank them.
I told her it's probably the greatest gift she's ever received.
Jackie will have to take medication and be closely monitored for signs of organ rejection. Doctors say the 1-year survival rate for lung transplant patients is about 75%. Some new details tonight in the Big Ryan prison breakout. Now, gaping holes in the security system and understaffing are being blamed for helping 10 inmates escape. The findings are outlined in a new report just released by an independent state troubleshooter 2 months after the escape. The Office of Legislative Corrections says the staffing and security problems were reported to state officials, but no one paid any attention. The report also says a Ryan guard who did not open fire on the fleeing prisoners made the right decision. Diana?
Fire and water plague the state of Texas tonight as the death toll and destruction rise. Leaking gasoline and oil pipes are feeding a blaze on the San Jacinto River. A swift current is hampering efforts to contain the spill. A week of heavy flooding is believed to be the cause of the rupture. 17 people have died and 13,000 people are homeless because of the rising water. The legal dispute between the NAACP and Benjamin Chavis is over. A lawsuit by the fired executive director was settled 3 days before a judge was to determine whether he should be reinstated. There is no word on the terms of the settlement. Chavis was fired for failing to tell the civil rights group he used NAACP money to settle a sexual harassment suit. Former Detroit Mayor Coleman Young attended a special dinner at the Westin Hotel tonight. It was to honor the Tuskegee Airmen, an elite squad of African-American pilots during World War II. Young himself was an airman. He was the keynote speaker and an honoree tonight at the 9th annual reception and dinner.
He looks good, doesn't he?
Yes, he does look good.
Nice to see him out. Well, you may be surprised just how involved local churches are getting. They're more and more involved in the community all the time, and Diana will have a special close-up report coming up next on The Update.
Plus, our weather will soon be heading downhill, but we'll be able to save half of the weekend. Channel 7's Jim Mattis will have Detroit's most accurate forecast when The Update continues.
Some people want it all. Money, power, good looks, and some people get it all in a Mercury Cougar.
Because with a price of about $17,014, Mercury Cougar leaves almost nothing to be desired. The wraparound interior surrounds you in style with the security of standard dual airbags. Cougar's lines are refined and sleek. Good looks, power, and a great deal. Some people just have it all.
Mercury Cougar, at your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
When are you going to wake up and realize there really is a difference between window insulator kits? Our superior tape technology means our kit goes up easily, and nothing stays up more dependably and removes more cleanly. Look for the 3M window insulator kit and our full line of weather stripping products.
Yeah, we'll do lunch. Okay, I'll make lunch. Boy, being a superstar isn't what it used to be. Oh, good, we're here. People used to recognize me everywhere I went. Rick Hall.
No, you're not.
Don't touch her.
How do we get a
Nothing's as super when compared to Kohl's Super Saturday.
Well, at least the kids still love my autographs.
You wish. Get away.
What? Oh, look at the time.
8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. tomorrow only. Only at Kohl's.
I've been involved in some pretty big events, the Miss America pageant, Super Bowls, you name it. So when Art Van asked me to be part of their 35th anniversary sale, I wasn't sure what to expect. Talk about a big celebration. I've never seen such a wide selection of quality furniture. People are really saving money. Art Van's giving away some great prizes too. Come celebrate Art Van's big 35th anniversary sale. Art Van, doing more for you for over 35 years.
The church has long been at the center of the African-American community. It was a source of spiritual guidance, political leadership, and hope. Now, with cutbacks in many social programs, the churches are taking on all kinds of projects in the community. It's just one more part of keeping the faith.
In the African-American community, they really believe in God. Religion is a very big part of their lives, even compared to the white population. So I think you find that's why in Detroit and areas there's a lot of community involvement evolved around churches, because that's part of their everyday life.
Our Channel 7 religion poll confirms that religion is important to a larger number of blacks than whites. It also indicates that members of the African-American community are more likely to select a church because of the role it plays in their community. Community involvement is a major part of the mission of Hartford Baptist Church in Detroit. In fact, the congregation has received national attention, including a spot on the cover of Black Enterprise magazine.
We believe in a holistic ministry. Everything is godly, including business, housing, food.
They start with the basics, providing food and clothing for the poor and hungry. 5 days a week, people from the community can come to Hartford's Agape House to get the items they need. Agape means love.
Don't know what I'd do if I didn't have Hartford to come to. Hartford is a big help for the community around here and for people around here that don't have anything.
You give, but the church gives back. And I think that's what all churches should do.
Hartford is also involved in a Head Start program that helps youngsters from low-income families get a better beginning at life.
When we enroll a child, we enroll the whole family. The children are here with us 3.5 hours a day, but prior to coming here, we make sure that they have the proper health screenings. As for the parents, we provide nutrition classes so they would know how to prepare nutritious meals. Also, education. If they want to receive their GED or go to college, we help them with that.
And the church has a program they call Telefriend. It's a telephone latchkey program for youngsters who are home alone after school.
As winter is starting now, it's dark. It gets dark early, and a lot of young kids go home and they're afraid. So they can either call us or we can call them with the parents' permission.
Community involvement isn't limited to charity. There is also economic development for the neighborhood surrounding the church. For instance, Hartford plans a car care mall for this stretch of 7 Mile. And on this land where Grace Hospital used to sit, they plan to put a supermarket, drugstore, restaurant, and more.
There'll be individuals running, those businesses. The church is not going to run any business, but the church wants to be the catalyst and make people to be empowered. That's what we call community empowerment.
You give, but the church gives back. Of course, it's not only in the African American community where churches and other religious organizations are involved in the community. During the research and taping for the series, we found all kinds of services available to members of the congregations and to those who weren't members. That may account for some of the rise in church attendance because, as one sociologist said, for modern religious liberals, social action is the very essence of Christian witness.
And for anybody, it's a great way to teach your children to reach out and to care for other people.
It certainly is.
It's a great opportunity. Well, we got the opportunity to have a nice weekend, but we better enjoy the colors while we have them because they may be knocked down.
I think so, yeah. We've got a little bit of everything coming our way during the next few days, and I hope you had a chance to enjoy Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this past week because they were mild. We've got a big change coming our way. In Detroit today, we hit 64 for a high temperature, 43 was our low, and no precipitation. Outside currently, 54 degrees in Detroit, a southeast wind at 7 miles an hour. Pressure is steady, 29.96. And our relative humidity now stands at 86%. Well, get ready for the weekend. It's here. Hooray. We're going to get some sunshine during this weekend. A cold front's going to breeze through. That could give us some rain tomorrow night. What better time to get rain than overnight? And following that cold front, though, will be some cooler weather, as we mentioned, on Sunday. So tomorrow should be the better of the 2 days coming our way. 54 right now at Metro, 52 at City, 54 Windsor, that's 12 Celsius. Temperatures in the upper 40s or low 50s across most of our viewing area right now. And skies are generally clear, and it should stay that way. So get ready for some sunshine, a little bit more than we had today. 64 is what we hit here in Detroit. 65 the hot spot at Grand Rapids. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s across the lower peninsula, I should say. 67 the hot spot in the state at Marquette in the upper peninsula. Well, clear skies the rule here, but look at down south. They're still getting hit with some big storms, showers and thunderstorms, and here's that cold front we're talking about, getting ready to usher in some cooler air. Full view on the satellite shows exploding storms down south. You can see them firing up in the area where they just don't need any more rain, but they're going to get some more. And here in the Great Lakes area, the cold front will take its time getting here. Should be here sometime tomorrow evening. In the meantime, here's our map for tomorrow evening as the cold front pushes through. Behind that, some cooler air, and by Sunday, that'll be moving toward the New England area, opening the door for at least a 5 to 7 degree temperature change here in Detroit. Football tomorrow, Michigan State at Iowa. Should be partly cloudy, about 66 degrees game time. Michigan versus Illinois. Clouds in Illinois, and a temperature right around 70. They'll be pushing a raindrop or two in that area, possible anyway. South winds on the waters tomorrow, waves 1 to 2 feet. Tomorrow night, south 10 to 20, 1 to 3 feet. And for the next 3 days, 66 Saturday, 58. There's that change we're talking about Sunday, 56 on Monday. Here's our forecast now for Detroit for the overnight hours. Clear, low 46. Then tomorrow, Saturday, sunshine, great day, high 66 degrees. Clouds will roll in late with that front and rain tomorrow night. Then looking ahead to Sunday, clouds, breezy, cooler, and a high of 58 degrees. So The weekend's here. Get ready to enjoy it. And I tell you, you guys got some leaves in your yards?
I think I see a rake in my
The
future.
wind. Don't worry about it. The winds are going to take care of it on Sunday.
Yeah, but that's over on the neighbor's yard then, right? Yeah.
We need nice weather. We have a big visitor in Metro Detroit. The Great Pumpkin is right here in Metro Detroit. The story is still to come tonight on The Update.
And Dennis Rodman is making headlines again. Channel 7's Don Shane will have that story and all the sports when The Update continues.
Where do you guys want to go eat?
I don't care.
I don't know. Might I suggest a new Ponderosa?
Sure. This isn't the Ponderosa I remember.
Yep.
Add some sizzle to your day. Come to Ponderosa. We're serving up top sirloin steaks, char-broiled over an open flame. Includes baked potato and unlimited trips to our grand buffet, starting at $5.99.
Whoa! Pothole!
Ponderosa, bringing you a whole new experience.
Millions of dollars of lost savings. Savings you never received because your business used AT&T, which is why thousands of businesses are demanding proof. Call MCI and see how much of this is yours. An examination of your AT&T bill could reveal savings you never received. Savings you'll see when you switch to MCI, which is why thousands of businesses are getting a second opinion from MCI. So call us. You'll feel a lot better.
If you think women should be trusted with the right to choose, vote for us.
If you believe abortion should be illegal, even in cases of rape and incest, vote for John Engler.
It's a clear choice.
Right here, a kid was killed with an assault weapon. John Engler thinks just about anybody should be able to carry these. And if you agree, vote for him. But if you think assault weapons should be banned, then I'm your guy. It's a clear choice.
We check the brakes, inspect the interior, detail the exterior.
Refill the fluids. We may replace the hoses, maybe change the tires. Condition the leather.
In fact, after every certified pre-owned Lexus ES endures over 100 quality and maintenance checks and is backed by a special limited warranty, there is only one test left to perform. Lexus certified pre-owned cars, only at Lexus of Lakeside, Sterling Heights.
Hulkamania is alive and well in Metro Detroit, and Dangerous Don is here to fill us in on it.
Well, that's what he called me. Got all those little Hulkamaniacs all over the city and his TV show and everything else. But it is the big grudge rematch on Sunday. The Hulkster against Ric Flair for the World Championship. Hulk punch.
Yeah, I know the outcome. Hulk Hogan's going to be the WCW champion, brother, when it's all over with. Why, are you betting on Ric Flair?
No, I'm not betting on Ric Flair. I'm with you all the way, Hulk.
He's dead meat October 23rd at Halloween Havoc. If Ric Flair starts to get the upper hand, I know my main man, Dangerous Don, right there at WXYZ TV 7 is going to be there. They'll chop him in the mug for me.
There you go. He's dead meat on Sunday. More trouble for our pal, Dennis Rodman. He showed up in the second quarter for last night's game, and then he left before the game ended. Today he was fined $15,000. Watch this reporter try to talk to Dennis about his latest bizarre incident.
Can you at least tell me why you weren't on time last night? Can you give me a reaction to being fined? The $15,000?
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
I hope Greg Popovich can buy him a new Rolex now.
Come on, man. Don't go off. You're going to get him in trouble, man. Come on, D. Stay with the don't comment. Well, say something I want to hear.
You really don't want to hear what I got to say, so I don't want to really embarrass anybody. So keep my mouth closed and keep her walking in. That's about it. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
I feel sorry for that guy. You know why? Because I've been there before. Vipers lead Fort Wayne tonight. It's 3-1. It's in the third. High school football, PSL semifinals. Cass Tech has won again, 21-0. Tech now 8-0 with 8 shutouts. Quarterback sack here by Darryl Glover. Now watch this hit. I don't need to say anything. Just watch and listen. That's Keith Travis. Tech wins 21-0. I had a couple things to show you from the women's and men's golf tournaments today. Look at Lieselot Neumann in the water at the... That's a pumpkin. That's a hazard. That's tough. If you hit that ball on that pumpkin, man, that's going to be hard to get out. Are we going to ever get back to the golf, or give me a clue, any clue. Roll tape, any tape. Just don't roll. Any idea? There she is, Lieselot Neumann, in the water. And still in the water after she hacked at it. Europe leads the U.S. women 3-2. Las Vegas International. Greg Norman's ball hit that guy, so he goes over, and he signed his stomach. The shark signed his stomach. It's unreal. Same tournament, Clark Dennis on the par 3. You know what's coming here. A hole-in-one for him. Triplett, Forsman, and Hoke are tied for the lead as the ball goes in. All right, now during the 6 o'clock sports, as I do on every Friday, I talked to the Mega Man from WDFN Radio, and I suggested to him that he's got the mouth, the body, and the nickname to get in the ring with Hulk Hogan, the Hulkamaniac against the Mega Maniac.
I'll tell you what. Anytime the Hulkamania wants to take on my Megamaniacs, baby, I'll tell you this. We can take them on, we can bite them, we can fight them. It won't be any problem. He said he started the whole Gold Chain Fair. I'll tell you what, I'll take Mr. T on any day of the week, and I'll tell you I can handle him anytime.
All right, the Mega Man with a few imitations there. Can't hit the ball in the pumpkin.
That's a 4-stroke pumpkin.
Get it in the pumpkin patch. You might as well take it unplayable. That's a bad, bad lie.
That's right.
We've got something to tell you about that pumpkin.
Tell me about that
That's
pumpkin,
a pumpkin on steroids, waiting to meet Hulk with the Hulkamania.
Hulkamania.
That's right.
Steroids,
Pumpkin on steroids, folks, when we come back.
This is Michigan. So is this, and this, and this, and this, and this too. This is where you'll find Care Choices HMO. Well, not here, but here and here and here and here and here and here. And lots of hospitals all across the state. And Care Choices has lots of doctors to take care of these parts, these parts, these parts, those parts, and all these parts.
Carpet installed free. This is your final chance. For just a few more hours, only through Saturday, New York Carpet World is giving installation free. Yes, just a few more hours through Saturday. With virtually every carpet we carry, labor costs you nothing. It's totally, utterly, absolutely free. Think of it. Money-saving discount prices. Big savings on every carpet. And with virtually all of it, expert installation won't cost you a penny. It's free. Whatever your plans, don't miss it. Get to New York Carpet World by Saturday night.
An artist carves a sculpture from one piece of stone, creating a thing of beauty that lasts for centuries. With the J30, Infiniti set out to create a luxury car that seems formed from one piece of steel. With fewer joints to flex over time, it helps maintain a feeling that's solid, stable, and quiet. Visit your Infiniti showroom and see how practical art can be.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
Listen to the scissors cutting all around. Don't you love the sound of a price coming down? Listen to the scissors. Listen to the scissors. Don't you love the sound of a price coming down?
Tyson Holly Farm skinless boneless chicken breast, $1.99 a pound. Coke products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $7, limit 3 with $10 purchase. And jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, perfect for carving, 18 to 22-pound average, buy one, get one free at Kroger.
And finally tonight, if you think your 20-pound jack-o'-lantern is a sight to behold this Halloween, hang on to your carving knives. It can't compare to this pumped-up pumpkin. It's a 724-pound pumpkin on steroids under the knife in Allen Park to make Halloween history. For the 4th straight year, squash slicers Paul Jennings and Robert Mazur are making another juiced-up jack-o'-lantern and taking donations for Children's Hospital. They won't reveal what they're creating. That scary secret will be unveiled on October 24th.
They have a big reputation, though, for delivering on their promises.
That's a big pumpkin, isn't it?
The great pumpkin.
That's our Channel 7 Action News Update. Thank you so much for looking in. Have a great weekend, everyone, and a good night. Good night, Guy.
Good night, Diana. Have a great weekend. Nightline is next. They'll be looking at Charles Murray's controversial study on race and IQ. That's coming up next.